Hello and welcome to another Understand Your Buy video. In this video, we're looking at the notion of opening hours. So what is it? Well, having appropriate opening hours for your buyer and also being clear about when you do operate or when you are open can be the difference between somebody buying or not. It's a really basic piece of information that can make or break something. You could be open, but if people don't know it, they'll go and buy somewhere else. So we need to be sure that we're not only clear about when we're open, but our opening hours, when we operate, is also relevant to our buyer type. And I'll explain more about that in a second. So how does it work? Well, it works quite simply because it's a potential physical barrier to doing business. If I need you and you aren't open, I'm naturally drawn to the competition who may be open. Depending on the nature of the offering, of course, but generally when we want to buy something, once you've made that decision, depending on the offering, there's a bit of an immediacy there. And if you're not there, well, okay, it can't wait, or I don't want to wait, or go somewhere else. And the worst thing is you might actually be open, but if I don't know you are, and I'm recording this in that strange period between Christmas and New Year, when I don't know what day of the week it is, and if you Google certain shops and businesses and look for opening hours, the times come up, but I don't know if it's just the regular Monday to Friday times, or if they've been modified for the holiday, and I can't necessarily be bothered to find out and to Google it. So if I look at somebody's website and it tells me the correct times or whatever, I'm more likely to go there. So it's a really basic thing, but publicizing your actual opening hours, your hours of operation can literally make all the difference. So how can you use it? Well, there's 3 simple things that you need to do to be sure that your opening hours help your efforts rather than hinder them. The first one is to make them relevant to your buyer. And this is what I was kind of alluding to earlier on. Do you need to be open early or late or 24 hours or both? Do you need to be open on weekends or holidays or not during the week, must be during the week, etc.? Being there, being open, being available when your specific buyer needs you is the first thing you must get right. You need to understand the needs of your buyer, and you need to be available and there when they need you for the things that you sell. Secondly, publish your opening hours clearly, whether that's in email signatures, on signage, via emails, when there's particular holidays coming up, etc. Be explicit about when you're available, and I really don't think you can over-communicate that fact. I don't think you can send too many messages, or you can have too bold a statement on your website or anywhere else. Publish your opening hours, your hours of operation as clearly as possible. That's number 2. And the third and final one is keep everything up to date. Things change, so make sure you reflect this everywhere so that things aren't outdated. If you now no longer work until 10 p.m. on a Thursday, or you only open on Saturdays and Sundays and not anymore and blah, 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 doesn't matter, but make sure you update everywhere and everything and everyone to tell them. Because the moral of the story here is, if I do not know if you're open, you're working, you're available, and if I don't really have a way of finding out, I'm just likely to go and buy somewhere else. So that's opening hours. Having opening hours or hours of operation that meet the needs of your buyers and are well publicized and of course kept up to date is a simple detail, a really simple detail, but it can make all the difference. Well, that's it for another Understand Your Buyer video, and if you like this kind of stuff, then you'll definitely like the book, which you can buy at understandyourbuyer.com.